Hey there, legendary souls. Welcome back to Unconventional Counseling. So, today, I think I just want to do a reading of affirmations. I don't know that I have anything new to say, but I feel like the cards will say a whole lot. And I'm excited and curious to find out what they have to offer, what Spirit has for you, what Spirit has for me. Divine alchemist, angels and archangels, well ancestors, for my highest good, for the viewer's highest good, we invite you in at this time, and we thank you so much for your continued presence in each of our lives. Please infuse us with energy. Please support us. Whenever it is that we find this reading, please support me as I channel this reading through. Give us some affirmation. Give us some positivity. Please, we need a lot of it. Because there's just so much going on in this world at this time, and it's super easy to get down and to feel like we're staying down. Give us something to lighten the load. Give us something to buoy us. Give us something to add some levity. And give us something as a mantra to repeat and to remind ourselves of beyond this moment. Allow our hearts and minds to receive the affirmations that you're going to be handpicking for us. Thank you all for all that you have done, all that you're currently doing, and all that you're going to do in service of these intentions and these prayers. Ashe. Right, we have enjoy the process. Celebrate every small step forward. You're doing an amazing job. The journey is the gift. I love it. We've just begun, and I'm like, I love it. Okay. We're celebrating every step. We're celebrating that we pulled a card that we love, that I love. We're celebrating. We have unleash your passion. Ooh, connect with your sexual energy. Sleep naked, touch, moan and fantasize. Enjoy pleasure. Love this. Love this so much, because sexual energy, sexual healing, even just connecting to our own sexuality is so important. It needs to happen periodically. It's just like, it just seems like I don't know, it seems like another way to cleanse our energy, something that I'm discovering. It's really important for the sacral chakra, for our creativity. Sometimes also it's important for our root chakra and our sense of safety. Sometimes we connect sexually or to our own sexuality, and it's a way of honoring our bodies, our self-love, our love with another person, or just our ability to be passionate with another person or other people. So love that too. Ooh, unstoppable. You are limitless. You can handle anything. Don't underestimate yourself. You have many unique talents. Did you know that? Did you know that you're limitless and you're unstoppable? That's something that I know about myself, but I needed that reminder. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, maybe it's just a story you're telling yourself. Notice what you say to yourself and others. You have the power to change the story. I love that that's right next to unstoppable, because if we are telling ourselves a story about what we can't do, about what's impossible, and then we connect to this new story, or we change the story and we'd say, actually, we're unstoppable and we can handle anything. And maybe this is just an obstacle, or maybe this is just a point of friction, or maybe this doesn't mean the end, or if this is the end, maybe this is also a new beginning and we can get through it. It's just a really beautiful way to speak to ourselves, and I think it's important. I'm noticing how important it is to speak to ourselves in ways that feel both positive but also holistic, that it includes our process, it includes our feelings, and also it allows us space and time to feel our feelings, and also an opportunity to move in a new direction. we're pretty complex creatures. I don't know if you knew. I am the source of my joy. I create my happy ever after. I love that. I love that especially because there are just so many messages that a lot of us have gotten about joy coming through relationship or through family, through kids or through pets, through jobs, through security, through money. And truly, something that I found over and over again is that no matter what I have or I don't have, the joy is still mine. The joy is still mine. There have been times that I've experienced a lot of contentment and joy, and I didn't have my own place to stay in. It was in between spaces. We could say I was unhoused, but I also had a really good friend whose couch I could sleep on for months. There are times that I experienced a lot of joy, after breakups, with people that I thought were going to be in my life for much longer than they were. And so I feel like it just goes to show that sometimes the joy is present when the people are present. Sometimes the joy is present when the people are absent. Sometimes the joy is present when we have the stability and we have the things that we've worked for and that we need. And sometimes we can access that joy when we don't have that stuff. So, yeah, I love that. Be vulnerable. Vulnerability is strength. Lay your cards on the table and reveal the true you. Keep your mind and your heart open. There is no need to protect yourself. It feels especially important. I'm glad that I could be vulnerable with you all just now. It just feels right, Cleanse. You are water. Cry, sweat, drink, soak, swim to refresh. I took a bath recently and I got up and I was like, I'm new. I'm different. Sometimes it's really all we need. And I really love that. I love that sometimes I just need to drink a lot of water. Sometimes I just need to get my sweat on. And the energy shifts, the mood shifts, the emotions shift. So, very appropriate. Accept. It is what it is. Healing occurs naturally with acceptance. Make peace with what is. The only way out is through. Don't let anybody tell you that the way to the next step is to get under somebody else or to get over whatever it is, or to just not think about it, or to just pretend like it didn't happen, or to only focus on the positive. No, the way is through grief, and an aspect of grief is acceptance. And the journey of grief has its layers, it's not linear, it moves at its own pace, it takes so much longer than we want. But when we stick with it, and when we stay with it, when we keep crying and sweating and drinking water and soaking ourselves, when we keep allowing ourselves to be vulnerable in places that are safe, or cultivating safer places through our vulnerability, when we stop telling ourselves stories about what the loss means, or about what the ending means, or about what the anticipation of the loss means, when we remind ourselves that we are limitless and we can actually handle anything, even when right now we don't feel like we can. When we allow ourselves to enjoy the process and to celebrate every small step, and when we connect with our sexual energy in the ways that feel comfortable for us, we remember we're the source of our joy. Acceptance eventually comes. Acceptance, I don't think, is something that can be sought. It's more so something that we happen upon, that we find along the way. And healing tends to flow when there is more acceptance. Yeah. Let's see what other affirmations we have. Fall back, retreat, pull back your energy, step away, take a needed break. You will awaken to a new point of view. It's amazing what a perspective shift can do. There was a day recently that I felt so tired. And there's this thing that happens, and I think it happens for a lot of people. You get so tired, you're like sleep deprived, and it's so much easier to focus on the negative. It's so much easier to make up stories. It's so much easier to be in an irritable or a cranky mood. That when something doesn't go our way in that space, we can spiral real quick. And I got to the point where I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm so upset. And so after a lot of like moving around and trying to make it better for myself, I just sat down. And I just let myself rest. That perspective shift, all of the issues, all the things that felt like problems, all the things that were causing me unease, they just seemed to kind of slip away. Yeah, they're still there, but the nervousness around them, the urgency to make a decision started to lessen, started to feel more manageable. You might need some rest. Rest and recharge. Take it easy today. Even in stillness, there is movement. You know, our society, our lives, they really make it feel as though there is only forward momentum. There is only movement. There is only doing. And if you're doing, then you're being productive. And if you're being productive, then you're growing, and then you're getting better, and then everything is good. But if there's stillness, there is this belief, sometimes unspoken, that stillness means stagnation. That stillness means we're not moving forward. Stillness means we're staying stuck. Stillness means something's wrong. Stillness means boredom. Sometimes it means those things, but sometimes it's the period of recovery after you've done so much. It's the space in between the last thing that happened and the next thing that will occur. Sometimes it's just the place to rest, or the place to dream new dreams about what you want next, or the space that exists before or after something really major. You know, I'm recording this during the winter time, and this is the season to rest way more than we might typically do. And I've been working with winter and rest for years now, and it's still hard. It still poses its own challenges, because there are still deeper levels of stillness that I can come to, and that are available, and that are asking me to slow down. So if the same is true for you, try to be easy on yourself. Know that you're not alone in it, and maybe take it easy today. All right. I hope that you got something here. I feel uplifted. I feel encouraged. I feel reminded of some really important things, and I hope that you do too. And I'll catch you in the future. Take really good care. Bye.